As we age, we expect certain things to change. A few more lines on the face, maybe a little more time needed to get moving in the morning. But when the legs start to feel weak, that hits differently. That's mobility. That's freedom. And suddenly something as simple as getting out of a chair, climbing the porch steps, or standing through a church service becomes a challenge. It's not just about muscle loss, though that's a real part of aging, known as sarcopenia. It's also about circulation, nerve function, and the little daily habits that either support or silently steal our strength. But here's the good news. Food isn't just fuel, it's information. And some foods send your body the message, stay strong, stay steady. Today we'll look at 7 essential natural foods that help prevent leg weakness, support your muscles and bones, and keep you moving with confidence. And woven into each one, we'll pause for a moment of Stoic wisdom, because caring for the body is only part of aging well. The other part? Training the mind to meet life's changes with grace and clarity. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." So let's take that first step, literally and figuratively, and see how small choices in your kitchen can shape how your legs carry you through the years ahead. Ready to meet the first powerhouse food? Let's go. Let's start with something humble but mighty: spinach. This leafy green is a true ally in the fight against muscle weakness. Rich in magnesium, potassium, iron, and natural nitrates, spinach helps improve blood flow, enhance muscle contraction, and reduce inflammation. 3 pillars of keeping your legs stable and strong. Research from universities like Exeter and others shows that the nitrates in leafy greens can boost muscle performance, especially in older adults. We're not talking about bulking up, we're talking about preserving mobility, which means fewer falls, easier walks, and more independence. And it's simple to enjoy. Raw in a salad, blended into a smoothie, or lightly sautéed with olive oil and garlic. A couple of servings a week? That's enough to make a difference. Now, in Stoic terms, we don't control aging, but we do control how we respond to it. And as Epictetus put it, no great thing is created suddenly. Strength, especially in your later years, doesn't come from grand gestures. It comes from consistent, quiet choices, like adding spinach to your plate today so your legs support you tomorrow. Next up, a creamy green fruit that gives you long-lasting energy without spiking your blood sugar. Now let's talk about avocados. Not just trendy toast material, but a powerful food when it comes to muscle stability and leg strength. Avocados are rich in potassium, even more than bananas. That's key, because potassium plays a direct role in muscle contractions, nerve signaling, and keeping your legs from cramping or tiring too quickly. But that's not all. They're also loaded with healthy fats that give you sustained energy without the blood sugar crashes that can lead to shakiness or fatigue during the day. This matters especially if you're dealing with diabetes, pre-diabetes, or just trying to keep your energy steady after 60. And there's another angle. Avocados are also rich in B vitamins, which support nerve health, crucial for coordinating balance and movement. So spread it on whole grain toast, blend it into a smoothie, or simply slice it with lemon and a pinch of salt. Now here's the Stoic layer to this. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish. Epictetus. Sometimes making changes to your diet, eating more greens, swapping processed snacks for real foods, might feel odd at first, or even be questioned by others. But the Stoic path isn't about impressing others. It's about aligning your actions with what's good for you, and what's good for your legs. Avocados, eaten with intention. Coming up next, a tiny food with a mighty mineral that supports muscle strength and nerve clarity. Next on our list, almonds. Small, crunchy, and full of quiet power. These little nuts are rich in magnesium, a mineral essential for muscle strength, nerve function, and even bone density. As we age, magnesium levels naturally decline, which can lead to muscle cramps, fatigue, and a general sense of weakness, especially in the legs. Almonds also offer vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that helps protect muscle tissue and reduce inflammation. And don't forget the plant-based protein, another key player in preserving muscle mass over time. Just a handful a day, around 7 to 10 almonds, is enough to give you a meaningful dose of these nutrients. Sprinkle them over oatmeal, blend them into smoothies, or enjoy them as a snack between meals. And here's where the Stoics chime in again. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Seneca. Sometimes we think the path to staying strong is too complicated, too expensive, or too late to begin. But simple steps, like choosing almonds over processed snacks, can shift your body in powerful ways. Consistency, not complexity, is the way forward. Next up, a colorful root vegetable that strengthens more than just your eyes. You've heard carrots are good for your vision, and that's true. But did you know they also play a role in keeping your legs steady and your steps confident? Carrots are packed with beta-carotene, which your body converts into vitamin A, essential not just for sight, but for nerve function. That's important, because strong legs aren't just about muscle. They also depend on how clearly your nerves communicate with your muscles. Vitamin A helps maintain the protective sheath around your nerves, like insulation on a wire. When that sheath weakens, signals don't travel as efficiently, and that can lead to slower reflexes, shaky balance, or even numbness in the legs. Carrots also offer antioxidants that fight inflammation, a hidden enemy of muscle performance and recovery. So whether you crunch them raw, roast them with herbs, or blend them into a soup, carrots deserve a regular spot on your plate. And here's a quiet reminder from the Stoics: don't explain your philosophy, embody it. Epictetus. Taking care of your legs doesn't require explaining complex health plans. It's shown in the small daily acts, like choosing foods that support you from the inside out. Up next, a familiar fruit that gives your muscles fast, effective energy, right when they need it most. Now let's talk about a fruit you probably already have on your counter: the banana. Bananas are a fantastic source of natural sugars, glucose, fructose, and sucrose, that your body absorbs quickly for fast, clean energy. When your legs feel heavy or weak, especially mid-morning or late afternoon, a banana can give them the boost they need. But it's not just about sugar. Bananas are rich in potassium, a mineral your muscles rely on to contract properly and avoid cramps. They also contain vitamin B6, which supports energy metabolism and keeps the nervous system running smoothly. One medium banana a day is a simple, effective way to support your muscle endurance, especially if you walk regularly or do light exercise. And the best part? No prep, no mess, and you can eat it on the go, whether you're heading to the park, the store, or your morning walk around the block. Here's a Stoic thought to carry with it. First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Epictetus. If you want to be strong, you must fuel strength. If you want energy, you must choose foods that offer it, naturally and consistently. A banana may seem small, but over time, it helps build the foundation you walk on every day. Coming up next, a classic food in American kitchens that offers not just comfort, but muscular support and sustained energy. Few foods say comfort quite like a warm roasted sweet potato. But beyond the taste and tradition, this root is a serious ally in maintaining muscle strength and leg stability. Sweet potatoes are rich in complex carbohydrates, which provide a slow, steady release of energy, perfect for keeping your legs active throughout the day without the crashes that come from refined sugars or processed snacks. They're also high in potassium, much like bananas and avocados, which supports healthy muscle contractions and reduces the risk of fatigue or cramping. Add to that a dose of vitamin C, beta-carotene, and fiber, and you've got a food that supports not just strength but also joint health and digestion. And let's be honest, they're incredibly versatile. Roasted, mashed, baked, or in a hearty stew, sweet potatoes deliver nutrition in a form that feels both familiar and satisfying. Here's where Stoic thought meets your dinner table. Well-being is attained little by little, and nevertheless is no little thing itself. Zeno of Citium. Choosing to eat in a way that supports your mobility isn't flashy. It's not about fads or extremes. It's about making the next right choice, again and again, until strength becomes your natural state. So when you serve sweet potatoes, you're not just feeding yourself. You're investing in the power to keep moving, exploring, and living fully. Now let's bring it all together with a closing reflection. By now you've seen how the food on your plate can directly influence the strength in your legs, and more importantly, the freedom in your daily life. We've talked about spinach for circulation and muscle tone, avocado for sustained energy and nerve health, almonds for magnesium and muscle recovery, carrots for nervous system clarity, bananas for quick, clean energy and cramp prevention, sweet potatoes for strength that lasts through the day. Each of these foods, simple and accessible, holds something more than nutrients. They offer a choice to act, to care, to respond to aging not with fear, but with wisdom and action. This is where Stoic philosophy shines. It teaches us that while we can't stop the years from passing, we can shape how we live them. The chief task in life is simply this: to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control, and which have to do with the choices I actually control. Epictetus: you control what you eat. You control how you move. You control how you face the mirror, the morning, and the moment when your legs feel tired, and choose not to sit, but to take that extra step anyway. So here's your action. Add one of these foods to your plate this week. Notice how your body feels after 2 or 3 consistent days. Share this with someone who's ready to stay strong, no matter their age, and tell us in the comments, which of these foods do you already love, and which one will you try next? Aging is certain, decline is not, and your strength, it's still here. You just have to feed it.